Would I be offended if their house was cluttered and they got rid of that?
If you're a mom and you do YouTube, how?
Yeah. You can't see, they're just like running around.
It's not good. One of the biggest struggles when decluttering is that there's a lot of guilt involved with it. It can either be because you spent money on something and you feel guilty for getting rid of it.
Or it was gifted to you.
It was gifted to you. Or it has some type of sentimental value attached to it. The one thing that kind of helped me when I was going through some items and like I was feeling guilty, like, oh my gosh, I paid, X amount of dollars for this item and here it is sitting here with tags still on it. I haven't used it. I would feel guilty for getting rid of it because it was essentially just throwing money away. But what I had to realize is that just holding on to that item wasn't going to give me that money back. Like, the money's gone. I've already spent it. The money's gone. I'm not getting my money back for it. Before we moved, I probably got rid of like 50% of our belongings. And literally the amount of guilt that I felt seeing those items just loaded in my car, hauling car after car after car to Goodwill and thinking, this is thousands and thousands of dollars worth of stuff that I'm just getting rid of. Seeing all that money that was essentially wasted, it has helped change my thought process going forward. Whenever I go to make an impulse purchase, like if I'm at Target, I'm like, oh my gosh, that's so cute, I should buy it. I'm really like putting a lot of thought into it because I'm like, okay, it's only $5, but I mean, do I really need this item, or is this just going to be in a pile in a couple months going to Goodwill again?
I definitely thought about all the times that I was like she said, at Target or wherever, and something was on the clearance rack. Like, oh, but it's only $5. The only $5 add up in money and in closet space.
Right.
Thinking a little bit longer about the items that you purchase prevents you from being overwhelmed and feeling like you constantly need to declutter. I think it helps for when you're buying things for other people too. You should really think about, does this person really probably want this?
Right. There's a picture. Yeah.
We're gonna have a lot of like sound effects going on.
One of these days I want to do like a behind the scenes video of what we're doing.
What goes on.
Yeah.
In talking about feeling guilty about stuff that was gifted to you, that's a big one for me. And decluttering my own personal things and also things that are my daughter's. If someone gave you something, you feel like you need to like keep it forever. But realistically, if it was given to you at like a birthday or like for an event, you're gonna have those events throughout. Like for her first birthday, she got a gajillion toys. So it's like if I continue to hold on to every single thing just because it was a gift, becomes too much. And if she has, the more things you have, it's like you don't even realize what you have.
Right.
So it's like those things aren't being played with or whatnot. And I like to think of it as if I gave that person the same gift that they gave me, and it sat in a closet or whatever, and it became overwhelming for them, or they just didn't have the space for it and they decluttered and they got rid of the item that I gave them, I would not care.
Yeah.
I would not care one bit.
Because honestly, when you're giving a gift to somebody, you're probably giving it to them because there's somebody that you care about, and they're saying, I need to get rid of this stuff so that my home functions better, or I have more space. Like, you're probably not going to care about that item. You're going to say, good for you. Another thing on sentimental items is that if it's something that somebody has given you, and you just tuck it away in like a storage bin and put it in your storage building and you never see it, it's not bringing up those memories anyways because you're never looking at it. So
same thing with if you bought it on like a trip or something like that. It's like
if that t-shirt shoved in the bottom of your dresser, like
you felt like you needed it at the time to remember that trip or commemorate that trip, when realistically almost everyone today has a phone where you can just snap a few pictures or something.
Your Facebook memories are going to pop up in a couple years.
Next year it'll pop up.
Yeah, so in a nutshell, since it's been kind of all over the place, don't feel guilty about items that you purchased in the past. Holding on to an item just because you spent money on it gives you none of that money back. If it is an item that was gifted to you and you feel guilty getting rid of it because it was a gift, flip the roles and think, if I was the person who had given the gift and that other person was wanting to get rid of it, would I be angry at them? if it was affecting their mental health or, you know, their ability to keep up with their house and things like that, probably not. Like, I'm just going to tell that person, get rid of it. Like, it's not worth it.
So like we said, if you're interested in watching some more of us decluttering and real life decluttering, this is real deal, like we still have work to do, please subscribe and like this video if you have made it so far.
And leave your tips for making YouTube videos with kids in the background.
And tips for decluttering, because we can still use those too. So, okay, whoa.
Look, here they are.
Here's the culprits of the noise. Are you a monkey? Show us what the monkey says. What? Thank y'all for watching.
See y'all next week.